I do want to invite and ask everyone to please support my very small business and ministry here by liking, sharing, subscribing here to the channel. For the month of July, we have joined together with the Stop Hate for Profit campaign against Facebook and Instagram, alongside the NAACP and the Anti-Defamation League. And while we have big brands like Unilever and Coca-Cola and Adidas in here with us, for small fish like me, it's very damaging because that is our main source of advertising. So please do support us in this fight against hate and voter suppression by subscribing, sharing, liking this video. We appreciate you. Cancers, my fellow Cancers, what is going on with you for this week? On Monday the 13th, there's talk of your money. Your money can represent your resources. It can represent your position. It can represent anything that you use to propel your life forward and to sustain yourself. And there's talk here of you needing to look at skeletons in the closet, unfinished business, stuff swept under the carpet. So there would appear to be some type of an issue that needs to finally be looked at and resolved. There's also talk here of, are you happy or no? Spirit just kept, are you happy or no? Are you happy or not? And I think that the only way to really resolve this issue for yourself, to really move forward in an honest way, is to examine whether or not you're being authentic with your spirit. And I talk a lot on some of these free mini classes on here on YouTube about fear versus love, or not coming from a place of emotion, but coming from a place of intuition. Okay, making sure that you're not coming from a place of ego, which is all about control and manipulation, and anxiety, but coming from a place of faith and knowing that if in your bones you're supposed to do something, that's all you need to know. That is the right answer. This is easy, okay? But you are overcomplicating it in some way. So you have to really answer that question in order to move forward. On Tuesday the 14th, Wednesday the 15th, there is talk of you looking into additional education, additional training. So whether this is about you enrolling in a school, enrolling in some type of a certification program, or just going out on your own and receiving a lot of information from your own research that you can apply to where you want to be headed, or information about how you can accomplish a particular task. Many of you may be looking into something brand new that you've never looked at before, whether this be activism work, whether this be light work, whether it be about you becoming a healer in more of the clinical sense. I see a lot of activism in terms of healing the world around you. So many of you may be turned on to this for the first time and say, wow, I really don't know where to start. Okay, but it's very exciting. On those 2 days, talk to your guides. It will be coming to you. On Thursday the 16th, there's talk of grandfather energy, paternal energy, more male elder energy, living or deceased around you, and it either being a memorial for them, quite literally, or them coming and communicating with you about who you really are and why you came here. What did you come to Earth to do? So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the ringing in the ears, and the thoughts that get put into your head after that, as well as musical lyrics popping into your head, or things coming on the radio. I would even pay attention because your grandmothers will also be stepping in, or mothers on that day. I would pay attention to them also putting specific posts on your social media, things like this, giving you guidance about why you came to Earth. This is a big deal. Friday the 17th, Saturday the 18th, and Sunday the 19th, we have a general theme on all three of those days. And on the 17th in particular, I want to talk a lot about you knowing it, not feeling it or wondering if maybe, or I think so, or I hope so, but no, I know it. I know it. the more you know it, you know what you're saying, you know what you stand for, you're going to be in a unique position on all three of these days to push your agenda forward. There's talk on Saturday the 18th of you being seen and heard, and it seems to grow on Sunday the 19th to such an extent that you might be offered something. Okay, also on Sunday the 19th, there's talk of your importance, your value. And what's really nice about this is it wasn't like you building yourself up. You know, every now and again we have to get a box of cookies and we have to just sit there and be like, I'm okay. I'm worth something. I'm doing it right. I'm not lost. I'm not off the rails. You know, sometimes, especially for those of you that live a life of service, you think you've gone bonkers sometimes. There's no payout, you know. I think that what this really is about is the universe telling you that you're important, showing you that you are of value, showing you not only that you're of value, but literally what you're doing and you're thinking you're supposed to be doing, that is of tremendous value. So it gets very, very detailed on that day. Now also, Spirit, God, the universe is talking to you on that day about resting. Resting for your journey ahead and resting from the journey that you've been on. So some of you look really tired to me, but still on track. Monday the 20th, there's talk of your purpose. All in caps, Spirit wrote purpose. And there's talk of this being revealed to you in such a way where if anyone was abused, if anyone had dealt with difficulty and turbulence, whether this be in love, family, work, money, society, there is talk of you being shown the purpose of the hardship that you've gone through and how that hardship is part of your life contract, meaning what you signed on to before you came to Earth, and how that's part of your journey, okay? Nobody goes through anything without it being part of a bigger purpose for who you are and how you're meant to ultimately go out and help other people with that same identical thing. There's talk a lot on Monday the 20th too of God connection to you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're hearing a lot of drumming in your head or drumming in your dreams, if you're doing a lot of astral travel, if your ears are ringing, you feel that you go into a trance-like state, you receive some kind of healing. We could be looking at medical problems disappearing or clearing up. When you have a God connection, it changes everything. So pay attention to that, but you really can't miss it. And there's also talk of some type of a breakthrough in your circumstances directly after that. Cancers, have a great week.